Hi guys, welcome back to This African Perspective. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, so today we're going to be checking out a video which is going to actually surprise you. Okay, because sometimes I think there's some parents who do not take their time to actually teach their children some things before they go into the world, and do some certain things. But here we have a situation where a woman actually went out and taught that the credit card is supposed to be, they just gave it to her for free, like it's a gift. Max that out, and she actually owes $4,000. Because this is just an example of when you don't sit your child down and teach them about something and talk to them, teach them, get them prepared for life. You all are just gonna see this, because when I saw it I was like, oh my god, like what is going on? What is wrong with the parents? Because I blame them for this situation. Why would you just let a child just go roam out there? You give them a credit card and you do not prepare them for what it is about. But they call it a credit card. It's supposed to be a credit. Nobody is giving you that for free. But either way, before I start ranting about it, make sure you please click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Let's get right into it.
With my credit card, I max that out to 4,000.
What do you mean you max it out? Max it out or maxed it out?
So my max, I got confused with the credit debt and the credit limit. So my parents got me a credit card, and I ended up getting a max credit limit of $8,000. So I could spend up to $8,000. That's what that means, right? So I would use it, and I would take my boyfriend. We would just started dating. We would go out.
It's $12,500
on it now.
Yeah.
Well, when I looked at it last, yeah.
Continue.
Me and my boyfriend, me and my friends, we would go out, and I'm like, oh, I'll pay for everybody. I got it. I'll spend the money. Don't worry about it. It's just a credit card. So I would pay and pay and pay and pay, and then I called my mom one day, and I wanted her to be proud of me. So it's just like, hey, I've got $4,000 credit on my credit card, and she's like, credit limit or credit debt? I was like, what's debt? And she's like, oh, that's bad. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. So it's $4,000 debt then? She's like, that's bad. Why did you do that? I'm like, I thought that was good. And she's like, no, your credit limit at the time it was 8,000. So I was like, okay, well the credit limit's 8,000. That's good, right? And she's like, yes, but you were $4,000 in debt. So I started paying it off maybe like for a month, and my mom and dad, they were like,
when was this?
Last year.
Okay, and then what?
And then they were like, screw it, you're not going to pay this off in time. Give it to me. So my parents took it, and they're still currently paying it off right now.
You didn't pay this $1,000?
You mean the 4,000?
No, the $1,000 that went to this card this last month was from them?
They've been paying it off from 4,000 to...
Where did...
They just basically gave up and said, you're not going to pay this in time.
After the people.
You're moving out, and you have a $4,000 credit card. You're not going to pay that off in time. You're going to get so overwhelmed. So just give it to me, and then we'll pay it. And then whenever...
Well, listen, I don't want you to suffer in debt, but is that helping you? Is that teaching you? I don't think so. I think they're done. You get it to zero, and over the next couple of years, maybe even when you start making more money and your lifestyle inflate yourself, you just bring it right up to the $12,500. That sounds like some forms of enablement to me.
Well, I mean, they said, well, whenever we pay it off, over time, you can pay us back that $4,000. I'm like, okay, cool. And they're like, well, we're going to keep it, but if you need help with like something with your car or with your cat or with your dog or something, you can just ask us for it, and you can use it, and then you can pay that off.
Why are they just, well, I'm curious, why are they just like funding you? You make money.
Yeah.
Where's the money going where you can't take care of yourself as an adult? You wanted to move out like an adult.
Yeah.
But you have to rely on them taking care of you? I'm confused. Why can't you take care of your own
Well, I can. I mean...
Then why don't you?
I do. I mean, if...
Not from everything you just said.
My rent currently is $1,000, like $1,400, something like that.
Well, that's insane. You can't afford to live. You can't afford to go out.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Income that came in was $1,600. Rent is $12?
Yeah.
That's not affording. That's your needs 80%.
Girl math.
That's your... This is not a joke.
I'm not treating it as a joke. I mean,
girl math. Math says it's about 80% of your income.
yeah. I mean, we get income from other ways too.
Well, I saw 128 came in from Lackland, and 263 came in from Cashapp. So $2,000. So even still, your rent of what again?
Almost $1,400.
Okay. It's 70%. 70%. You cannot afford it. It shouldn't be higher than 30%.
Well, what I do is I go donate on the side too. So there's.
Where was it? It didn't come in, so you didn't.
I haven't done it in a long time. I hate doing it.
Okay, so don't say you do it.
But if like for whatever reason, like I feel like we're low, a couple $100 on rent, we'll go donate for the first couple days before rent's due. We'll grab the money.
No offense, you could not move out.
I did though.
Yeah, but you're not affording it. And don't say I am affording it, because I'll tell you how you're not affording it. They're paying your credit card bills. They're taking care of expenses that pop up. You can't afford it. You're being enabled.
Not being enabled.
Yes, because your money is going to you.
Her parents actually decided to go and get her a credit card that has a credit limit of $8,000, and you all know that this girl has no idea about what is going on. Like, she's just, you guys just let her run out there and do whatever with 8,000 as a credit limit. And then she was just spending and having a party. Who just gives you money for free like that? Who gives you money like that? Did she think it was her parents that actually owned that credit? Because I don't understand. Are they the ones who run the credit card companies or what? Paying it off for her is actually, I guess, maybe it's a punishment for them not teaching her, because they should have taught her in the beginning. But some people actually said that's not teaching her, because if she pays it herself and actually go through the sweat and the labor of actually paying it off, then she would understand what it actually means and maybe learn the responsibility. And can you believe that this young lady living alone, because now that I'm hearing about she actually doing this with a credit card, I actually kind of have a, you know, I'm not the only one who is thinking maybe there are a lot of other things that she doesn't know about, and she's just going to mess up out there. Because I feel like they don't teach her enough. They didn't teach her enough for her to be living on her own. She really needs to sit this one out, sit there with her parents for a long time and learn a lot of things before she get out there in the world living alone by herself. Personally, do not have a problem with parents. If I do have parents who want to continue taking care of me, definitely, like, by all means, you all keep up. Keep it up. Like, I love that. Who doesn't like being taken care of? So what do you mean by why do they keep taking care of you? Are you not an adult? I am not an adult, please. If my parents want to keep taking care of me, they should. There are a couple of comments in this video that I want to check out, because it's worse. Her friends never questioned it. If my friends were buying me food on a credit card, I'll assume they had a good income, not that they are bothering idiots. That's what I would assume too, or that they get cash back and that I pay them back afterwards. Let's be honest, no one is believing this girl has a good income. She can barely function. Friend, if you're spending a lot of money and you just, you know, kind of grab your card and you're like, hey, I'm gonna make every payments every time we purchase something, I'll be like, hope you're good. Like, do you have the money for it? And if you're like, no, I'm good, okay, like, don't really blame. I think I saw some people who want to blame the friends for it. But if the friends knew that, okay, she has no knowledge about what credit card is, then that's where there's a problem. But if you just randomly just want to spend, then I would just assume you have money. You just have the money for spending. Because if you don't, why are you spending? So that's just what I would think. But if I know she doesn't have knowledge, then definitely I would not let her, like, you know, do this type of stuff to herself. I'm definitely going to try to educate her and not even let her spend too much money. I may have credit card debt, but at least I knew it was debt and I didn't think I was earning credit. Who actually earns credit from spending and taking? Oh God, like, I just cannot even fix my head around it, because nobody just gives you money just like that for free. Only your parents, or I don't know, just like that you just get a random money. She just thought it was a magical card, that everything was free. I'm so lost. She's moving out and she doesn't understand how to use a credit card. That's what I'm thinking too. Like, what are you going out there to do, girl? Because I feel like we still have a lot that you just need to fix.
So I'm currently going viral on the internet for having $65,000 in credit card debt. Let's talk about it. First of all, y'all are some mean motherfuckers. I'm not saying I don't deserve some level of scrutiny. I totally realize that. But like, you don't need to attack my looks and you don't need to attack me as a mother. But I wanted to talk about what we spent for us to get to $65,000 in credit card debt. When I lost my job, that was completely unexpected. I've already said this, but I'm going to say it again. I reported into the CFO. That means I knew how much money was in our GL. I knew that my bonus would be funded. I was getting accolades in my job and being told I was doing a good job. So I expected to get a large bonus. That is a huge mistake. I have learned my lesson. Because I was expecting a huge bonus, we dipped into our emergency fund and did some house maintenance. I also prepaid to have a tummy tuck because I had lost 125 pounds. I was scheduled to have a tummy tuck 2 weeks before I lost my job and also when I was expecting the bonus. What should have been my bonus meeting was a meeting me finding out I was laid off. Me being the breadwinner of our family, losing our income was financially devastating. And we did go into survival mode. I started dog sitting on Rover. I took a call center job just so I could make $9 an hour. And it was something that I could start doing immediately. My friend owned the company, that's why. I started pitching small businesses, social media packages so I could run their social media. I started taking any sort of UGC deals that I could get. That just kept us afloat. That income I brought in, plus my husband's income, paid for our insurance, it paid for our kids' daycare, it paid for our car payments, it paid for our house. I did not expect to be out of my job for 7 months. I got through a very long interview process, being told through the interview that I was going to get an offer, to find out after 3 months that they eliminated the position before I even started. And then luckily I found a job 7 months later in my field, making what I was making before, but we had put all of our variable expenses on credit cards. Groceries, electric, phone bill, Netflix. We did cut out a lot of stuff out of our lives. But we also had been living life like we were $400,000 a year earners. We had bought both of our cars before I lost my job. And because we had a sense that I was going to land something soon and I was earning enough to make my car payment or our car payments, it didn't make sense for us to get rid of the cars. So I finally got myself into a job and we had debt. And instead of focusing back on rebuilding our savings, paying off the debt, we spent a lot of money. We had Disney annual passes, so we were going to Disney a lot. We took a family vacation. We shouldn't have done that. I also have a very good friend of mine who is a single mother who was really struggling to make ends meet. I offered her a job. She came to work for me for a bit, and she wanted to go to cosmetology school. My husband and I decided to pay for her to go to cosmetology school, and we also paid for her bills for the 5-month program that she was in. We were paying her rent, we were paying her utilities, we were paying all of that for her. I don't regret doing that, but it cost me $15,000. That's money that I could have used to pay off my debt or put into savings, but she is now graduated, working in her field, making a very nice income for her and her daughter. And before that, she was going to be kicked out of her apartment. I did that because, again, $65,000 in credit card debt to me was a privilege. It was a Disney trip. It was a tummy tuck. These are not real problems. Being able to put a roof over you and your child's head is a real problem. And I was working and I could give her some money. Yes, those funds could have helped to go towards paying off my credit card debt, but I didn't prioritize it because I didn't think it was a priority. Now I'm prioritizing it. Again, by not doing stupid shit, I can pay it off in a few months. And I came on the internet to talk about my credit card debt because I want people to understand that even if you make what we make, you can lose your job. You can make one dumb financial move and be fucked. Thank God it's not like a health issue. Just losing my job was what caused this. And also using my emergency fund for something really Okay, I got asked this question a few different times on several of the videos. So I'm going to tell you what we do, what we earn, and how we got to where we are in our careers. So my husband has a degree in journalism and marketing. and he works in his field. He's been graduated for about 14 years. He started as a copywriter, and he has worked all the way up to a director of email marketing for the same company. The company he works for is a very large e-commerce company. Me, I have 2 bachelor's degrees in finance. Somebody commented on my post and was like, how are you a finance girly? Well, I have 1 bachelor's degree in corporate finance, and I have another one in personal finance. I also work in a finance-facing role. I started as an assistant buyer 13 years ago, and I've worked all the way up to a director of sourcing. In my role, my responsibility is to manage multi-million-dollar budgets. I negotiate with vendors, and I help find savings opportunities to drive down the bottom line. And I also work for a very large company. I'm also going to go ahead and just address how much we make and why filing bankruptcy for $65,000 in credit card debt is not an option for us. When you combine my husband's income and my income plus what I make as an influencer, we make close to $400,000 a year. We are high earners. So $65,000 in credit card debt is not that hard for us to be able to pay off. I made another video saying that my debt is a privilege, and I mean that. We didn't go into debt trying to feed our family. We went into debt because we were lazy. I take full accountability for that.
Why are you working in the field of finance and then you are having this amount of debt? I was shocked by the title, obviously, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks so. But the amount of people who are actually debtors, who have a lot of debts on them, is a lot. It's a lot of people. And it's just crazy. You see some people living a whole fancy life. You think they're doing so good. And then when you just go, the amount of debt that they have in their head, it's a lot. And I am so happy and I'm glad to see that I can confidently say I have no debt. So I'm happy to see that, because when I hear a lot of you all talking about the debts that you all owe, I'm like, damn, like, thank God I'm not a part of this debtor community.
It's payday. Let's budget my paycheck as somebody with $65,000 in credit card debt. So my husband and I both get paid bi-weekly, and so we both get paid at the same time. So this is both of our paychecks. Our total gross income for this pay period was $16,191. After we take out withholdings for taxes, we contribute to a dependent care. We also contribute to a flexible spending account plus 401k contributions. Our take home is $11,329. I just want to note that it is a little bit more than our normal paycheck because I received a bonus this pay period, so just note that. So with this paycheck, we pay our mortgage, which is $2,602. We pay our car payments, which is $1,600. We set aside 2 weeks worth of daycare, which is $940. We set aside money for our utilities, which is, we estimate to be about $377. That is water, electric, gas, all of that. I also put all of our variable expenses on a credit card, and then every 2 weeks I pay that off. So here is what that breakdown looks like. We spent $387 on shopping. Now, I am a recovering shopaholic. I totally recognize that. I did buy my kids some new clothes. They're both going through growth spurts right now, so I bought them about $150 worth of clothes. I have 2 kids. I also bought myself, I needed some hairspray that I ran out of. I needed some body wash that I ran out of. But I also spent like $150 at Lululemon. I am not proud of it. I shouldn't have spent the money, but I also have lost a lot of weight and I needed some new workout pants that fit. I did get them on sale, so I got 2 pair. So we're moving on, okay? We're not talking about that. We're moving on. We spent $240 for our kids. This is swim lessons, and also they are part of a soccer program at their school that we have to pay extra money for. We spent $42 in gas. We ate out for a total of $82.76. We spent $629 on groceries. We spent $45 on our phones. This is specifically for like Apple Care. and we spent $54 on our dogs. So that leaves us $4,300. Of that, I'm gonna take $500 and put it towards savings. Because I was laid off last year, I did a lot of freelance work and I'm gonna have to pay taxes on that. And I'm putting away money until I know what my tax burden is going to be. A total of $3,800 towards our debt. And that leaves us $61,200.
You know, there's actually something that I learned. Sometimes there are a lot of us who wish that we could actually become so rich, we could have a lot of money. But the thing about it is, being a financial literate before you even get to the part or point where you're earning a lot would really take you far in life. There are some people who earn a lot of money in their life that they would get to the capability of actually being rich people who they can make a point where they can make so much money. They are making a lot of money, but they can become actually rich and independently rich. But because of lack of financial literacy, because they are not financially literate, they don't even, the whole money is just going to be like, they don't even earn what they are earning. Like, they don't even make that money. So that is just like, a lot of the time, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I wish I could get some certain type of amount of money. But then when I think about it, I'll sit down and be like, wait, if I actually have that money all of a sudden, what do I plan on doing with it? Do I have like a plan for what that money should go into? Would I just squander it because of course I'm not prepared for it? I think sometimes we are really not even prepared for some type of money that could come to us. Like, we're not prepared for it at all, and that is why maybe when it comes, it will be like it's never even showed up, and it did show up, you just kind of, you're not just ready. Because the difference between a poor person and a rich man is actually their mentality and what they do, what they see money as, and what they do with it when it actually comes to their hand. So that is just what it is. Like, before you even start praying and saying, God, please, I need money, I need you to bless me with so much money, I need you to bless me with opportunities. How prepared are you when that opportunity meets you? Like, what are you gonna do with it? Are you ready to actually make like a very life-changing plan with that money, or you're just gonna use it to deal with just some little useless little things? You know what I mean? So that's just it. How prepared are you for such large income that you're wishing and praying for, trying to aspire to get to? But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching this video to the end. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Make sure you please click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and also hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Liking this video really helps with the algorithm. I really do appreciate that. Okay, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.